What is up, guys? Today's video is a special one because today it's not about Pokemon. We are going to be going and reviewing basically every action figure in my collection. And this is gonna be a special video. If those of you don't know, I have a really big action figure collection. Not super big compared to some other people with like Marvel Legends slop, but not pointing fingers, but I'm excited to get into this. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna show some figures I have, and then like I'm gonna tell a little story about them, and then like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna review them. So first figure we got my Injustice Batman. This figure is nostalgic. This was the first figure I have ever, this is the first real figure I purchased. I don't have a lot of the figures I had as a child, but this is the figure I went and I bought, and this is the one that really got me back into it. Honestly, this figure is so classic, man. I loved Injustice 2, and having a figure of it was so cool. I did do some customizing, there's metal dry brushing here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this figure is just so classic, man. I love this guy so much. I low-key cooked on the dry brushing. Of course, it's a McFarlane, so compared to some other stuff, it's not the greatest articulation, but even for a McFarlane, he's not too bad. Yo, he can almost do the splits. And then up isn't that great, but the thing is he has a rubber torso, so that kind of makes up for it. And then yeah, I don't know, I just love this figure so much. And you know, he's a welcome part of my collection. And the next figure we have is the Ghostface. I haven't messed with this guy in quite some time. I really do like this guy as well. You know, I don't really mess with him that much because he's a NECA, and NECA figures can be quite fragile. He does have a wire in his head, which is kind of annoying to mess with. Wait, okay, I hope I don't mess it up. But yeah, he's such a classic figure, man. It's pretty cool as well. The articulation is genuinely horrible on this guy, but I don't know, as a NECA, a lot of people don't even take them out of the box. So, you know, I think I kind of one-upped some of the other collectors out there. He came with a few different heads, but this is the head I have him on currently. Just a blood splatter head, which I do like. This robe is really nice, though. I feel like this is the real selling point of the figure, having soft goods like this. This is really good quality, and how it stretches and it actually shimmers. If you take photos with it, it will actually shimmer, which is really, really cool. All right. So the next figure is the McFarlane Deathstroke, but this is the one where he becomes a good guy for a little bit. Such a classic figure, man. I love this guy so much. This is the gold one, and I can't part with this guy. I feel like I'm gonna keep him for a while. Him as a whole, I did some customizing here. I went in with a fine Gundam marker, and I went and I detailed the whole thing. And McFarlane figures, they have such good sculpting in terms of details, and if you go in with a proper one, the details really pop. His legs are a little bit long though, but this dude has a LeBron build. But it's such a cool figure too. He comes with a knife that goes and sheaths in, which is really cool. And then he has a trigger hand, and then a grabbing hand, I don't know. But yeah, he used to have a cape, but I took it off, and then he kind of just has that hole there. I don't know, I could fill it, but I don't know. If I want to add the cape on again, I have the option to. But I just prefer it without the cape, because the cape is just so rubbery. I don't like it. But yeah, such a classic figure. I love this figure so much. And like I don't think I can really part with this guy. I love him so much. All right. This figure. This is the McFarlane Lex Luthor, but this is the one where like he gets the box or something, and then he becomes like Darkseid. It's a whole complicated thing. It was in the comics. I didn't read it, but this is not how this guy looks. Like in store. Like I had to do a lot of work with this guy, but he looks so sick. Like I did a ton. You guys could clearly see a ton of customizing to make this guy like where he is. Like I went in full black wash, and then I went dry brushing with the silver. Like, yo, this might be one of like my prettiest figures. Not prettiest, but like best looking in terms of customization. Like I cooked with this guy. Like he is so peak. He is so amazing. And I don't know, I just love this guy so much. His chair is currently being used by a different person in my collection, so I don't know if we can get that. But yeah, such a cool figure, especially after like what I did with him. And yeah, he's a pretty solid figure. Alright guys, probably gonna be a quicker one for these two. I am giving these two away, so keep that in mind. But this is the Drifter Batman. Personally, I like this figure. Like when it came out, I got a really good deal on him. I have a really interesting story. Like when I went to go purchase him, he was like they couldn't find him in the system, so the guy, he gave me a really good deal at Target, so it was really cool. But yeah, I had a lot of cool memories with this guy. I did a black wash, like a full dark wash on him to make it more rugged. So, you know, I think that was pretty fun. And I tried putting like a matte coat on him so that he wouldn't be as shiny. So yeah, like definitely like one of my early figures. And a little sad, like I'm letting him go, but you know, I like the figure. It's just like I have a lot of memories with the figure, but objectively he isn't the best figure, you know, like his range here isn't the, like, it's really weird. But I am letting him go. And then we have I forgot his name, but he's from Batman Beyond. But yeah, like I did do a black wash on him, if you guys can see that. I think the head sculpt is pretty good on this guy. Like overall, like I feel like sometimes they mess up, but I feel like the head sculpt is pretty good. The range is pretty good, especially if, like, since when could you do this with a McFarlane? But yeah, I purchased a lot of early McFarlane figures, and a little sad to let him go, but I feel like, you know, it's the best, you know, like, you know, I'm not really playing with these guys, so, or like posing them, because I don't really have spots for them, so yeah. Did a little bit of like detailing here, and like detailing here, to like really accentuate the figure. But I am sadly letting these two go. So yeah. Alright, this was filmed in the, like, the very past. This was like the first thing I filmed, so just keep that in mind. It's probably gonna go like in the middle of the video. But yeah, peace. Alright, next one. This guy, he was my first Marvel Legends, and he's the Marvel Legends Black Panther. I did some stuff to him. Like I went in with the fine liner, and then I think I did a matte spray on him as well. So like he's no longer like super shiny like as he was, which is really cool. It's still shiny in this part because like I didn't get there, but went in with the matte spray. It's a pretty solid figure. I took the cape off because I thought it was like, I didn't really like it. And then I did the mod where like you can go and like fix the butterfly. So yeah, pretty solid figure. I don't really mess with him as much because like, I don't know, like for Black Panther, like in terms of a character, I don't really interact with the character as much, and I don't really have as much of an attachment to the character. So yeah, I don't know. But going into the next figure, this is the Marvel Legends Spider-Punk. Oh my gosh, this figure. I loved this figure when it came out. When this figure came out, this is the only version of Spider-Punk ever released. Like as a figure, like this is when the movie first came out. And I remember seeing the leaks for this figure and I was like, I don't know, it doesn't look that cool. And like, you know, it doesn't look that appealing. I remember the things where people were saying, they're like, this figure doesn't look good. And like, what even is this? What's up with the eyes? And the figure came out and it was the best figure in the entire wave. So yes, this figure is so classic. When I tried getting him, he was like every Target I tried going, he wasn't even there. And I was so sad, and I went to so many Targets and he was not there, and he was like eluding me. And then finally I went, and then I found it online. And yeah, this guy, like I even like made my parents drive like super far to try finding this guy, and they didn't find him. And then like I eventually got him and I was so excited. And this was like my first like really good figure, like my first really articulated figure. Apart from like the Black Panther. But yeah, he's like, this is a crazy ab crunch. And then he goes back super far. He does have a little bit of an issue there, like, but yeah. And then in terms of articulation, he's not bad too. You know, he could have come with more hands and like accessories, but yeah, and like he's a little skinny. But I did so much work on this guy, especially on his boots. If you look on his boots, I did so much work on these boots. Let me look, just like take a close look. So I went, for those of you who don't know, these boots come like fully red. So I put metal detailing on the metal parts, and then I went in with a black marker and I highlighted everything. And yeah, and then oh wait, I painted the boots black. And yeah, like I love this figure so much, and like this might be one of like historically significant figures in my collection. Like for the longest time, I love this guy so much. Did a black wash on the guitar as well. And then I think I painted some of the rivets, and then I painted some of the horns. And then I think I painted this side and this side, and because like Marvel Legends cheaped out. And then actually I took this guy to Niagara Falls. I remember that was really funny. But yeah, next figure. All right, next up we have the Marvel Legends Ben Reilly. Oh my gosh, this figure is so, like, I have so many memories with this figure. Like, he's such a cool figure. And like a lot of people hated on having like the spider this way, but I was really a fan of like the Spider-Man Beyond comics, where like Ben Reilly was working for the Beyond company, and I thought that was pretty cool. And it's so cool to have one of these. It's not super accurate to the comics because like the suit was a lot more blue, but I don't know, it might have been the way it was drawn for like shading and all that. But yeah, the suit is like it's so cool. And like this is on the Renew Your Vows body. I don't really mind like the bug like eyes. I feel like they're really iconic. And they could like in terms of like Spider-Man Beyond, it could have been different, but I mean his eyes are pretty big in the comics, so I don't really mind it. I don't know, the articulation is good. What can I say about this figure? And at one point this was the best Spider-Man body, but for Marvel Legends, I gotta emphasize that. But for Marvel Legends, yeah, not too many modifications. Just I blacked out the bottom of his soles, but yeah, such a good figure. And especially for the price, this is a really good figure for the price. And it's really a cheap way to get the toe joints for like only 20. But yeah, I really like this one. Next up, we have the Deadpool and Wolverine ZD Toys. This figure, it's not perfect. Like right out of the box, it was not like this. Like I had to go in and make a lot of detail and like detail work to like really elevate this figure. But on a shelf, this figure looks cool. And like, if you don't look too hard at it, it looks really cool. But the thing is, there's so many issues, like in terms of articulation, the guns don't come out. And there's like little things that are really annoying. The knife does come out, which is cool though. But yeah, I had to go in, I had to do so much work on this figure. Like this was like an entire project. So I went in with a black marker, I black washed it, I did the whole shebang to like really elevate this figure. And then I put like slight, this isn't accurate because you're supposed to be gold, but I put silver highlights and then silver right here in the back for the sheath. But yeah, I had to do so much work for this figure. But this figure had so much potential. Like, look at that. Like, how seamless that looks and how nice that looks. But yeah, this guy he had definitely a lot of potential. And the scale is really off. Like, it's like really big, which isn't that great. But, you know, I got it because it was not super expensive, and it was the only figure that was out when Deadpool and Wolverine was coming out, and I really wanted it because like I really liked that movie, especially when it was coming out. The hype for this movie was crazy, and I was part of it. The next figure we got is the CT Toys Mathex. You guys may bash on me for having a bootleg, but honestly, like I could not justify spending that much money on this one. But yeah, like I feel like this figure, you know, never led me wrong. Like I think it's such a fun figure to mess with. This one is kind of loose, you know, especially from like how long I've been messing with it. Kind of squeaks a little, and then this shoulder, it's like the wrong shoulder. But overall, for how much I paid, like I have definitely messed with this and fiddled with it so many times. It's a little bit loose now, but it's such a nice figure. I'm sorry, but I love it so much. Like he's like my little guy. Looking at the head sculpt, this head sculpt was actually from a different CT Toys, but I put it on here because it just looks so nice. And he just looks like the Insomniac Spider-Man, and I just adore him so much. Like, look how much aura this guy has. Like, okay, I like that. Like this, bro. This guy has so much aura. And yeah, this is probably like my definitive normal Spider-Man, especially with this head sculpt. I love this head sculpt so much. The other one it came with was horrid. And then next up, we have the Ben Reilly. Now, this is the CT Toys Ben Reilly. And definitely a lot of improvements from the other one. Like the plastic here, like the diaper piece is like mold, like malleable, so it can like better articulate. I think CT Toys like knocks it out of the park every time they go and they go up against something, you know. The line work isn't super great, but like it's not that big of an issue, you know. And then the shoulders do come out slightly for like extra range. And in terms of like QC, I got pretty lucky with this one, and the head sculpt is like absolutely perfect. This is like a perfect head sculpt. Like this dude mocks. But yeah, overall it's a pretty chill figure. I like it a lot. And I don't have anything to complain about. And next up we have the McFarlane Superman. This figure. At the time, this was like one of McFarlane. Like this is probably like one of the better McFarlane figures. At the time when this came out, this is like one of the first to release for the movie. That's something I'm noticing. But yeah, this is one of the first to release for the movie, and you know, like it's not horrible. Like the head sculpt isn't horrible, but yeah, like I went in with a black marker and then I just detailed him up. But yeah, like I don't know, like would I get him today? Probably not. But when the movie came out, I really wanted a Superman figure, and I thought this one was like, you know, the best deal. And yeah, and then it's a pretty chill figure, and he comes with a crypto as well, and then his cape is bendable, which is really good for McFarlane. Like they don't do that at all. Like it's pretty cool. All right, next figure. This is the last CT I'm gonna show, but this is the CT Toys Batman. You know, he came with so many accessories. He's so cool, and then the cape has wires in it, which is really cool as well. And you know, I really don't mind this figure. I think he's pretty cool. He does his job. He comes with all the stuff that the McFarlane comes with, which is really cool. Funny story about this figure though. I lost his head. So I was walking around my college campus, and like he was in my pocket, like coming with me, and then I dropped his head because like his head, watch, like his head comes off so easily. But I dropped his head somewhere, so his head is at like my college campus somewhere. And yeah, I'm so sad about that, but you know, he's pretty cool. You know, he's a little squeaky some places, like especially with like CT and like other bootlegs, you have to go and you have to put a little, you know, a little bit of oil in there, like oil him up. But yeah, he's such a cool figure. You know, I like him. I don't think I'm gonna let go of him anytime soon. So yeah. All right, next figure we have is the SH Figure Arts Spider-Punk. You guys know how much I love Spider-Punk, and I'm so happy I have this guy. I picked this guy up on Big Bad Toy Store, and you know, I was so happy because he went on sale. And for my first SH Figure Arts, I can't really complain. You know, he comes with the wristwatch, and he completely mogs the other one. Like after getting this one, like I feel like this is probably my definitive Spider-Punk. Like I love this guy so much. He's so cool, and he's so detailed as well. He has like the little patches and everything, and he has like, oh my gosh, I love this guy so much. He comes with a Hobie head sculpt as well. But as I was saying, this figure is so nice in the detail, and I haven't even done any mods or modifications to him, but I love him so much. And yeah, I feel like he's just like a perfect representation. The arms are a bit annoying though, and like there's not really that great articulation, but I mean, like, when was he ever doing that, you know? But yeah, next up, this figure, bro, the Amazing Fantasy. This is probably the like for a while, this was like, if you were in to figures, you had this figure. That's how good this was. This is the re-release though. I heard the re-release has better QC, but he has like a blue spider there because he's the re-release. And I bought this guy off Mercari for a pretty good deal, and then I went and I added toe joints, which is really cool. So he's like probably like a perfect figure. Like this is probably like the perfect Marvel Legends Spider-Man. He's so amazing. I love him so much. And like objectively, he's like probably one of the most perfect figures in my collection. So next up is the SHF Tanjiro. Oh my gosh, this guy looks so, like, I have so many memories with him. And then I do believe he was my first SH Figuarts, and he's such a cool figure as well, like so articulated. And for the price, he was like $30, and he's like genuinely such a nice figure. And the posability, just like, oh my gosh, he comes with so many accessories, and the head sculpts for him as well. And yeah, like he's so cool. I don't know what to say. Like, I went to take him when I went to go see the Infinity Castle movie, so he was there for the ride. Like, he was in the Infinity Castle. They did do a re-release where they went and they made like an Infinity Castle version with like more head sculpts, and they priced it like a lot more. But like, please don't go buy that one. Like, this is so much better. And you can find this guy for pretty cheap, and he's genuinely so perfect. I kind of did want to like switch out, like do the custom where they have the cloth cape, like cloth thing, but like I never got to it. And honestly, I don't think I will. Like, I'm probably like putting it off, and I don't know if I'll really like go through the hassle of doing it. Maybe when the next movie comes out, I'll like invest in that. But yeah, I was so tempted to get the Akaza though. Like, I was genuinely almost right there. Alright, next figure we have the SHF Chainsaw Man. This figure's perfect. This figure is probably one of the like the greatest figures, like objectively ever, like for the character. SHF knocked it out of the park. The accessories could have been better though. But oh my gosh, he's so nice. The articulation, the ab crunch, like genuinely such a nice figure. Like, there's only slight nitpicks I have about him. One thing, these feel so fragile. Like, I feel like I'm gonna break him. That's why I'm so scared of like messing with him. But also the again, I was walking around with him. I think that's my issue. I like walk around my figures. I have like pocket figs. I was like walking around with him, messing with him, and then this part came out. And then so I had to go on eBay and like purchase an entire like body for him just for this piece, because his ripcord fell out, and I was so devastated that like I bought like another one on the spot. But yeah, I think honestly just like I would get like cloth. And then this part is really annoying. Like, the arm is really annoying. Like, the shoulders are really like sketchy. But overall, this figure is so peak. He looks so good on the shelf. And then the articulation and like, bro, this is like straight out of the movie. Oh my gosh, yo, I love this guy so much. Every time I pose him, he makes me so happy. I love Chainsaw Man as well. I have like all of part 1, which I didn't buy the collector set. I like found them on my own. And then part 2 was, I didn't like it as much. I was reading it like as it was coming out, and then the ending, I was like, yeah, I'm not buying that. But next up, we have the Deadpool. There's so many of these like in the wild, and it's a good figure. You know, like when he first came out for the movie, I was kind of like iffy on buying him because I already had the other one, and like I don't know if I wanted to like, you know, like pull the trigger on him. But I went and I got the 2-pack with Dogpool, and I don't know, I really like him. Like, it came with so many accessories, and you know, he's such a cool figure. a lot better than the other one, I will say. In terms of detail, I'd probably say, like, there's some parts, they're flippy floppy. Like, this one's a Marvel Legends, and you could tell, like, he has the Marvel Legends issue with, like, being a Marvel Legends. But, you know, like, once a Marvel Legends, always a Marvel Legends. You know, there's so much you could do with the figure. But, such a cool figure. I don't really have much complaints with him, you know. Like, he's so cool. But, I don't know, like, it's kind of whatever. Like, I kind of got him because I wanted, like, a definitive one that could actually mess with, other than the other one, which is basically, like, a statue. And then this one, the Marvel Legends Psylocke. I really, really like this figure. I wanted this figure so bad because I love Psylocke so much. And she's so cool. The head sculpt is so good. And then I think I opened it, like, the pack in my last video as, like, a little sneak peek. But she's so cool. I wish there was, like, slight movement there. But for a Marvel Legends, it's so good. And it's probably the best, like, articulated female body. And the arms, the hands especially, are really cool. No, the hands, okay, what am I saying? I'm so sorry. But the hands, I wish the hands were better. They low-key, like, Marvel Legends is low-key scamming us. But yeah, a pretty cool figure. I don't really have that many memories with her because she's such a recent figure. But I've taken her places. But yeah. And then my final figure I have in my collection, oh my gosh, this guy's big, is the Game Reverse Thanos from the 2-pack with Psylocke. And I really thought I wouldn't like this guy. Like, I thought I would have, like, went and, like, given him away or tried selling him, but he's such a cool figure. Like, the articulation isn't the best, but, like, when was Thanos doing Spider-Man poses? Like, he's such a, like, a menace, and he's so big, and he's, like, are you seeing this? Like, look at that. Like, yo, like, I don't know, something so classic about him, and, like, he's so cool, and I'm happy I have, like, a definitive Thanos in my collection now, and I don't know, I really like him. And he comes with, like, another hand, which is, like, the snapping hand with the Infinity Stones. And yeah, and that's about it for, like, my figures. I've sold a lot of stuff, though, or given away, not really sold, but, like, I've given away a lot of figures to my brothers and, like, other people. And I'll show, like, there's, like, probably a segment in the video that shows, like, some figures I gave away. But I don't know, I feel like my collection now, like, I have a connection with each one of them to the point where I don't think I would let, like, any of them go, you know. But yeah, that's about it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. And I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace.